Hey everyone, and good evening. Good evening. It is 7 p.m. It is time for 7 minutes. I am Candy Pringle, and every Sunday at 7 p.m., I take 7 minutes of your time to send a message to you. Time equates to teach, inspire, motivate, and empower. So today, I'd like to take 7 minutes of your time just to chat with you for a moment. Today's message is fight or flight. Fight or flight. I'm happy that you're here with me. I appreciate the time that you spend with me. I see my dear friend Chris. Hey, Chris. Yes, yes. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Today's message, we're going to get right into it. It's entitled, Fight or Flight. When we face challenges that pose an immediate threat to our sanity, our peace, or our well-being, we tend to do one of two things. We either fight or we flight. Fight meaning to resist forcibly. Flight meaning to run away. Considering the facts, we either fight with everything in us or we move on. However, making the choice to do one or the other can sometimes be challenging, especially when your back is up against the wall. When you're emotionally spent, physically exhausted, and mentally fatigued, it can be hard to get a handle on things. I remember in the movie The Color Purple, Celie said, "All my life I had to fight." Some of us, I'm sure, can relate to that sentiment of hers. The way that we saw her fight in the movie, the way we finally seen her flight at the end of the movie, it was all entertaining. However, it can be a reality for some people. I would probably say that Celie's fight wasn't physical at all. It was a battle within. Her heart telling her one thing and her mind saying something else, torn between her mess and what was best. It was a battle that spearheaded her need to be loved, respected, and appreciated. Some of us have a mister in our lives like Miss Celie did. Whether it be a relationship, a job, our own negative thinking, to a certain degree, there are some who have developed tunnel vision, which has arrested their instinct to fight or to flight. Preoccupation with the wrong battles will leave you stagnant and disappointed. Those things worth fighting for, such as your freedom, your reputation, your truth, change, or your voice being heard, those are things that I can say are worth fighting for. But if you can hang on in there just a little bit longer, you'll find that the fight will bring you to freedom. Not everything that we want is what's best for us. And I've learned that a long, long time ago. When it comes to fighting, we find that there's been some times where I know that I've been passed over on a promotion on my job, and I'm like, well, I've been in the fight. I've been here. I've been hanging in there. Um, Fight or flight, you know. Um, you've had your business plan for 3 years now, and it's still sitting on the coffee table. Fight or flight. You wrote the vision, you've made it plain, yet you're still holding on to that vision. Fight or flight. If you can't do anything about a situation that's causing you hardship, pain, and problems, I think maybe it might be time for you to take flight. As we move into the last month of the year, I want to ask you, what part of 2018 is worth taking with you into 2019? Are you ready to fight, or are you ready to flight? Let us discuss 3 reasons to go into combat. Number 1, first, you have to acknowledge that there is something in your future worth fighting for. There should never be permanence in what was meant to be a temporary situation. That's number 1. Number 2, perseverance. Keep going, keep fighting, keep pushing. You're almost there. Remember that the fight is not over until you say it is. Number 3, persistence. Your movement, your flow should be one that says, I've got this. Even where there are times that are going to beat you up, your movement and flow, your perseverance, your persistence is going to keep you in the fight. One thing that I found today as I was doing my research, I found a word in the Bible and it says, count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness, and that steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. So the decision is up to you today. Are you going to fight? Fight for your voice, fight for your rights, fight for your future, fight for your family, or are you going to take flight? It's time to get it together, people. I love you. I thank you so much for joining me today. Fight or flight. How are you going into 2019? December is slowly upon us. It's time to make some real decisions, some real life decisions. I love you. I thank you for joining me. Have a happy Sunday.